Hi, friends. It's Maddie from Seven Moons Healing. Oh, do you ever get to a point where you just do something over and over and over again and you're like, why is it not working? It's again, learning to adapt with the changes and not taking it so seriously. So here we go on my fifth recording because somehow my phone keeps getting interrupted or my internet's going or something. Breathe through it, right? Happy holidays. My friend Anita sent over this Yule Tarot spread that she saw on Instagram, and she tried it. My friend Angelica tried it. I tried it, and we had so much fun with them. And then I did a couple more of these spreads for my besties, my husband, and they were just kind of fun. That I'm gonna go ahead and do it for the collective. Now you can go over to Readings with Gem, JEM, and she's offering them over on her socials over on Instagram, and sign up if she's got availability. They seem really fun. But for the collective, this is what I'm just going to do this spread for you guys just have fun with it. Um so the first card's going to represent what was the hardest thing for you this year. What was the hardest thing for you this year? And the card that came out was the Hold Your Vision card. So this card has two meanings. One, you had to make a really tough decision this earlier this year, and you've had a lot of obstacles and challenges along the way. Hasn't been easy, but it was necessary. The second option is that you've been stuck. You've been stuck and you have been unable, or it's been a rough year where either you felt like you couldn't move through it, or you would make little strides, but you didn't have the leaps and bounds that you wanted to. Maybe you felt stuck with creativity. You felt stuck with just feeling tired, exhausted, so many different ways. And so it's been a year. It's been a tough year. That's the first card. What was the hardest thing for you this year? Second card will represent what will flourish for you next year. What's going to flourish with you next year? And that card was the answers you need are coming. So if you've been asking for signs, praying, meditating, trying to figure out what your next step is, what your next direction is, and it hasn't quite come to you, or maybe you get blips here and there, but it's not a fully developed concept yet because it's coming. That part of your intention, that part of your manifestations, desires, attraction is coming in 2023. So breathe, it'll happen. The third card represents what should you carry into the new year. And honey, we can't get enough communication, right? Communication is key. How we communicate with others is very important, especially when you're trying to get your point across without hurting other people's feelings. I was getting a lot of like hard conversations that needed to be had. Those very uncomfortable uh talks that one has to have. You don't know how to approach it because you don't like to hurt people's feelings, or you're worried about their mental well-being. There's a lot of things when it comes to communication and how you deliver a message. And always sit with it. Sit with your heart. And if you know the other person well, then you can learn to speak their language. What do I mean by that? Give analogies to them that they would understand. This is important to me because it's no different than your XYZ, right? Um, can I explain something to you why this is important to me? Um, I don't like when you refer to me as, there because it makes me feel. Have examples to share with them that they would understand the impact it has on you, so that they can move through it and start making those changes in behaviors, because maybe they're stuck in an old way of thinking, or they don't even realize the way they come across. So communicating is very important. And sometimes, yeah, it's hard to figure out how am I going to have this conversation with them, but it's necessary. Or even in celebrations, sometimes have those celebrations, talking, it's everything. So just come from a place of your heart, and you're going to be just fine. And 4, what should you leave behind? What should you leave behind? Don't carry this into the new year. And the card that came up was show the world the real you. So what do they want you to leave behind? You hiding yourself. You don't have to hide yourself. It's not necessary for you to not be authentically you. It's not necessary for you to keep a secret about doing spiritual work. Me. I'm saying, speaking for myself, but it's okay to be you, wholly, fully, authentically. You don't have to hide the real you. Stop hiding, stop hiding, stop hiding. What we're going to leave behind in 2022 is us hiding ourselves from the world. Allow the world to see the authentic version of you, because not only do you deserve that, but we need you to be you, because it makes you happy and it'll make the rest of us happy. I hope that helps and resonates. And remember, love yourself enough to invest in you. Have a great day.